This time on Piha Rescue.
Bethel's, surf calm copy.
A teenage boy goes missing at Bethel's.
He's been down for about 5 minutes when we left Piha.
A search at sea involving 12 lifeguards and 2 helicopters.
You're gonna come out the rip right here? Yep. He's been under for about 15 minutes.
A foot and sharp teeth collide.
Really bad.
And panic strikes Parkiti. Piha. The sun's appearances have been few and far between this summer, so today's blue skies and 25-degree heat is warmly welcomed, a moment seized by all. Some even in their undies. Patrol Captain Logan is preparing for some action.
The beach is starting to get quite busy. I think this is probably one of the best days of summer. We've had sun to come out, it's really warm, 3 foot of surf. So who knows, something might happen just because we've got more numbers than what we've had on any other day this summer.
Assisting him with the IRB is Chode. He's in the water, but not for a rescue.
What are you doing, Chode? I'm falling out and I'm doing a wee-wee. Right now it's wee-wee time for Chode.
Maybe, a few just kind of little rescues.
We're thinking maybe someone might get sucked around the line in a minute. Just stand by and wait.
Thankfully, all swimmers try their utmost to stay between the flags and heed the advice of lifeguards.
Hey guys, can you keep moving into the flags? Keep moving, you're going that way. Please take it across.
However, on dry land, a small boy, Adam, with companions in tow, is brought down from North Piha for medical attention.
Little boy, found the boy with the cut foot. Sorry, I need to go to United.
Patrol Captain Logan hands over to Duncan.
He was kicking the ball for the dog, and the dog went with the ball at the same time as his foot. Stay there.
The submissive canine friend Jake is left perplexed outside.
Teeth and foot and ball, not a good combination. And it hurt a lot, didn't it, mate?
Under the sand-enveloped foot is a deceptively large wound left by Jake's teeth.
Don't get it on my foot.
Okay, I'll try my best. Thanks, mate. Oh, you're so brave, mate. Well done.
Good boy.
Good job,
Yeah,
mate.
squeeze my hand if it hurts.
Okay. You right? Okay, I'm just going to wipe the sand off the edge of it. Been really brave, Adam, mate. I think that might need a stitch, to be honest. I might clean up a little bit now.
Frightening news the boy did not want to hear.
Might need a stitch.
What I'll do is I'll put... I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to clean up now, mate. You're right, okay?
Don't touch.
You've got to
I
get
have
the
to keep
sand
it
out
clean,
of
okay? Good boy. Oh, good job, mate.
So good.
Oh, it's looking much better, actually.
How bad is it hurting, man?
Really bad.
Oh, look, Jake's come back to see if you're all right. Keeps coming and checking on you.
I might pay to have a doctor look at it, I think.
Yeah.
Just to keep infection out and stuff. You might maybe antibiotics or something, I think.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on it. Okay, it might hurt a little bit for a second, but it's not going to go.
No.
Watch, I'll do it really slowly.
You squeeze my hand, okay?
Are you ready? See? Did that hurt? Wasn't too bad. Right. Can you hold your foot up for a sec? Like that? Right across the legs. Perfect.
While Jake mourns the end of his game, the family friend calls Adam's mother.
We're in the emergency room at the surf club because Adam's foot and Jake's teeth collided with the ball. So, lots of blood and a big bandage, but he's been really brave. On his foot, yeah, top of his foot. I know. Do you want to talk to him? All right.
But Adam is too overwhelmed and can only listen to the soothing words of his mum.
Sorry? His name?
Outside, the sea of people at Piha is in stark contrast to this beauty. 8 kilometers north along the coastline is the perfectly placed Bethel's Beach. A hideaway Chase has the privilege to manage.
We've got 3 people at Bethel's. It's based on statistical information, so the population that come out here, we don't have too many people compared to other beaches like Muriwai and Piha.
Low numbers definitely does not translate to less dangerous. Bettles too has its fair share of incidents.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous. There's a lot of current moving around. Being a West Coast beach, there's always a lot of water movement. You get the sweepers on the beach and you get the bigger ones, that bigger set wave that just catches people out.
It's 2:30, and at the normally serene Bettles Beach, a member of the public has notified the lifeguard someone needs assistance at O'Neill Bay, one of the many surrounding bays within walking distance of the main beach. Chase takes the quad over the dunes to assess the situation.
I need you to launch the IRB immediately and respond to a missing patient at the south end of O'Neill's.
Immediately, an IRB is launched. Auckland Surfcom, the lifeguard communications centre, is also notified.
Bethels, Surfcom, copy.
In Surfcom Bethels, we have a male patient in distress in the water off O'Neill's, currently requesting backup from external beaches and the Westpac helicopter.
It will take the Bettles IRB 5 minutes to reach O'Neill Bay.
The swimmer has gone missing here in O'Neill's Bay. Last seen on this rip at the southern end, about 100 metres offshore. The lifeguards are currently patrolling in front of the lifeguard tower here at Bethels Beach. As you can tell, it's a fair distance between the two spots. That distance is just about 1.2 kilometres.
Lifeguards from Piha and Muriwai are required to urgently assist in the search.
O'Neill, what happened?
There are 3 boats involved. One's come down from Piha, up from Piha, and one's come down from Muriwai, and there's also a Bethels boat plus another Bethels IRB getting prepped at the moment.
Piha lifeguards Duncan and Ollie volunteer and start the 12-minute journey north at full throttle. It's the first major call-out for these young guards.
Call-out squad has been reformed, plus there's also 2 helicopters undertaking the search around that area.
Both the police helicopter Eagle and Westpac Rescue are based at the Marine Rescue Centre in Auckland's CBD. Estimated time of arrival at Bettels, 13 minutes. Within 10 minutes, members of the Bettels call-out squad arrive. At O'Neill's Bay, the emotional family members anxiously wait. The helicopter's bird-eye view is a necessity with such a vast search scope, potentially 3 square kilometres. Given the seriousness of the situation, the police are called in to aid the family members. Meanwhile at Piha, Chode is en route to relieve panic-stricken people at Paukiti Rock. A family who, while walking around the rocks, are caught off guard by the quickly incoming tide and sweepers. They are now in the water battling the strong current of the Paukiti Rip. Although not in deep water, she's past her comfort zone and is completely soaked through.
All the Indian family, all in their underwear.
Perhaps she too will need to shed her clothing and accompany the rest of her family in her underwear.
She just panicked because of more water? Yeah. I kept on saying, wait there, but she's like, ah! I don't want to.
All reunited, their panic swiftly transforms to laughter.
Yeah, she was trying to go that side, so just because of the water, she just panicked, started shouting.
Did you get hit by wave too? No, this is gone in under my butter. Yeah, and inside there is a cellular phones. Is it okay? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, thank you. See you later. Bye.
Although with the submersion of their cellular phones, it mightn't be such a laughing matter.
Everything okay?
Just checking the phones. We are okay. Just checking our phones. So wet.
Oh, all of your phones in there?
Yeah.
Oh, did the bag go underwater?
Yeah. That's what we are checking. Are the phones all right or not? Switching it on.
Switch on नहीं करना है दीपान. Switch on मत कर. Switch on मत कर. अभी यहीं पे धूप आ.
They live to see another day, but their foes, unfortunately not. 8 kilometres north, at Bethel's, a far more serious incident. The search of a 16-year-old boy. Piha lifeguards Ollie and Duncan arrive at the scene and seek instruction from Vice Patrol Captain Trevor.
You're going to come out the rip right here. Yep. It's been under for about 15 minutes, so what we're going to do is we're gritting the inside right now. The currents are going to push out and he's going to start going north. Yep. So after, they're going to do a quick search up there.
We've been down for about 5 minutes when we left Piha.
Communication is crucial, especially with so many search teams on scene. Leading the charge overlooking O'Neill is Patrol Captain Chase. At O'Neill Beach, family members explain that their missing son rescued a girl out of a rip, but in turn has gone missing himself. 20 minutes into the search, the Muriwai IRB arrives. Trevor calls in all crews to direct the water search.
3 boats, 5 views, which we need to, we're just going to come across and take it out. And then everyone just keep that 5 meter distance so even.
A grid search is the most efficient way to conduct a water search with so many resources available. It is everyone's hope that the young teenager has managed to keep himself afloat or scramble onto the rocks. Having rescued another girl, it's a very possible prospect. A surfer and local lifeguard reveals a daunting scenario.
Today we went out just sitting, doing more of a 360 on the inside, and as soon as you got past that little barrier out to the deeper part, it sort of either went left or right, so it's hard to tell. It's a bit confusing of what the currents are doing today.
Westpac Rescue request one IRB to check out another area.
Down there. The choppers reckon that the rip's going out south.
Standing in at Bethel's, life-saving manager Tom stays in close contact with PC Chase.
How's it all going over there?
Just still continuing the search. The other officers are just going to give the family a lift back down to main beach. Copy.
Okay, copy that.
Police officer Greg and his colleagues help assure the family everything that can be done will be done to get their son back. Meanwhile at Piha, another rescue in the Parkitty Rip. This time it's a surfer. It's up to Denison Mark to aid this rookie. The man makes the mistake of getting off his board, a useful floating device. The rip persistently drags the surfer further out into the pounding surf break.
Oh, it was pretty scary, but I knew it was getting tight, and I knew the lifeguards were out, so I put my hand up.
A smart move that got him out of trouble. Unfortunately, no lifeguards patrol O'Neill Bay for the missing teenager to have done the same. The search continues, and the Muriwai guards explore all fishes.
We're going into the caves just to check whether there are any signs of vegetation.
Just jumping in, have a little gaze around in the caves and stuff. Have a look around, see if we can see the fella.
Right, well, I'll be sitting out here.
Lifeguards have to consider the possibility that the missing swimmer was able to swim into one of the many caves in an attempt to escape the strong currents. It is the same treacherous surging water mass, only it's in the dark. The check is to no avail. The emergency services are searching now for 35 minutes. Even a strong swimmer will struggle to withstand these turbulent waters for this amount of time. Along the mussel-covered rocks, lifeguard Kylan expects the area where, according to eyewitnesses, the boy was last seen in the water.
keep going along the top of this rock line so I can watch in this part, because there's so many crevices and nooks and crannies that someone could get wedged into.
These crevices could be good or bad news. Good if the boy was able to clasp himself up onto the rocks. Bad if he was smashed against it and surge under the rock face.
I can make an educated guess, but I can't make a real guess. I mean, I can say that you'll suck around this rip, you'll suck around here. Half the time it'll suck you right around here, suck you back in through. Sometimes it'll suck you out, take you off down that way.
With no luck on firm ground, Kylan makes one last leap in a desperate bid to explore more caves and crevices the boats cannot reach. Suddenly, a glimmer of hope. A member of the public sees something black in the water, in front of the rock that separates O'Neill with the next bay.
What's happening?
The Piha guards are the first to reach the sighting, but it's immediately obvious it's not the swimmer.
Yeah, Bethels, we've just picked up a black bag. We're bringing it back into shore, but we're not sure that could have been what people have been seeing, but we're heading in now, over.
There was another situation. There was a diver that got into trouble and ditched all his gear. So you could have possibly retrieved all his gear. That is another situation.
Yesterday, a diver narrowly escaped from drowning. After ditching his gear, he was able to reach safety. Vice Captain Trevor calls everybody into O'Neill Bay to reassess the situation.
What's that? Yeah, we have no helicopters anymore, so at this point it's body recovery. It's hours down, so he's going to be underwater. We threw this rescue tube right here in the rib. It went out over to the middle and came back in. Yeah. So that's a potential, like, you know, some kind of thing we can follow. At this point, the body's clearly sitting on the bottom. Like, it's been an hour, it's filled with water. So maybe if we just want to set up some sort of grid, safe here from the shallows, south, cliff, out, and just keep going out a few more times.
The imminent outcome is devastating. No one is ever prepared for the feeling of loss.
The mum was with the police.
Roger, all copied. Last I saw, the mother was with the police at the top of the dunes here at O'Neill's, but that was the last I saw. We're maintaining a search. Copy.
Command, break, police,
The lifeguards return to the water for a search of a different kind, a body recovery.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and make one last sweep on the inside of Bethel's now.
Copy that. We're going to try and put a little extra space between us, and we're going to go from the inside boat at the shoreline to the outside boat on the back of the brig.
Yeah, copy that. Go do that. All good.
4 boats go in formation. Sadly, it's an all too familiar sight for Auckland's west coast.
I doubt that he would have gone down this far because of the way the current's been going and that, and because of the conditions. But for my peace of mind, I just want to be able to go right down here and just get it through that cave so we know that we've done a thorough look.
But as he predicted himself, Kylan finds nothing in here.
It's been over 2 hours now searching. Yeah, the patient's presumed drowned at this stage. Stand down, repeat, stand down. Make your way to Bethel's main beach in front of the tower. I can't quote exact sort of statistics for chances of recovering the patient, but in my experience it's possibly 1 in 3 people that go missing are found.
Frustration. Obviously, I feel a sense of tragedy for the family especially.
This serene West Coast beach was merciless today. It took a 16-year-old's life, one of 30 people who drowned on New Zealand beaches last summer.
It's just the fact that people aren't educated enough. You know, we educate people how to cross the road, we educate people how to read, write, all that kind of stuff. We need to teach people how to respect the ocean and how to be aware of your surroundings. Because 30 seconds and it's all over.
Yeah, it's probably the worst outcome that we could have. I mean, having a body go and not actually finding them, so it's pretty sad, you know. You feel kind of helpless in a way.
You sit there at night and you'll be having a couple of beers with the lads and you talk about it and you get it out there and you say, you know, like, it's hard to deal with, but you just got to get in there and just back each other up and try not to let it affect you too much.
The best way is to talk it all through, not to sit on it, not to dwell and think what ifs all day long because you drive yourself nuts. It's just good to get it all out in the open and eventually you move on.
But moving on will be a long and slow process for the family of the brave 16-year-old boy. Next time on Piha Rescue, a desperate search for a person presumed drowned. Suddenly, a glimmer of hope.
500 meters in a little cove. To the north end of the cove, where we're going to be. I'll go around the outside.
A mass rescue at Piha.
We're just going to get out of here.
And an overconfident swimmer loses consciousness.
Ambulance, Castle Newland, ETA 20 minutes.